Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this webinar. My name is Chantal Braceland, and I am the membership manager here at APM. All participants are muted. This is to avoid distractions throughout the webinar. There will be plenty of time at the end for questions, so please do use the Q&A facility to submit your questions. The webinar will be recorded, and an email will be sent to you after this webinar with a link to the recording and a small survey. I've also popped a link to the survey in the chat, so I would appreciate it if you could open that and then spend a few moments later on to complete it. The aim of this webinar is to provide you with as much information as I can about the benefits of APM membership and how aligning to the only chartered membership organisation for the project profession can help you to accelerate your career journey. We will take a look at APM's career framework, explore the routes to APM membership and the benefits of each membership grade. We will also look at APM qualifications and chartership, as well as discounts you can get to some of our national and regional events. So, a little bit of information about APM. We were founded just over 50 years ago to be the voice of the project profession, both representing it and bringing forward best practices. We are the only chartered membership organisation for the profession, and we're not just here to support project managers, but anyone in the project profession studying to develop in as a project professional, or anyone looking to transfer their skills from a different career path. We received Royal Charter in 2017 and began offering our chartership to individuals in 2018. And we are a registered charity, meaning that our profits go back into the profession, developing our membership, creating new resources, and investing in research. We specialise in driving knowledge, competence, and experience, providing resources to the project community across the world. So what does APM look like in numbers today? So we support over 40,000 members across all of our grades. That includes student, associate, full and fellow. We have over 450 corporate partners who are aligned to APM through corporate partnership or affiliation. We have more than 3,700 project professionals that have become chartered through APM, achieving the highest standard of expertise. And over 18,000 professionals have finish an APM qualification per year. We run more than 200 events, both online and offline, and we have well over 500 volunteers across the country and overseas supporting project professionals. If you're not sure which membership grade works for you, this slide is really good at showing how APM supports project professionals at all stages of their career, starting from the entry-level early career stage, all the way to very senior strategic roles. It shows the different entry points into the profession, typical job roles at each stage, and how APM can support your career development by recommending suitable membership grades and qualifications. So to start off about our memberships, I just wanted to highlight that all of our membership grades are built upon the same benefit foundations. All members will get access to a huge range of resources, including templates, podcasts, webinars, and publications. Members will also receive a digital badge that can be added to your LinkedIn profile or email signature to publicly demonstrate your alignment to APM. Members get access to the APM member community, which is a huge member online only platform for you to network with like-minded individuals. And our MyCPD platform will help members to keep track of their CPD. Like I said, all membership grades are built upon this same benefit foundations. If you're a student or fellow member, you will get access to these benefits. Associates, full and fellow do get additional benefits on top of these, and we will take a deeper look at those later on in the webinar. So, quick overview with our student membership. Student membership is free and suitable for anyone who is over 16 and in full-time education or on an apprenticeship scheme, and will provide students with the resources and support needed to help them gain the knowledge to move forward and take the next step. Students will get access to all of those core benefits, such as a digital copy of the body of knowledge, digital badge to demonstrate alignment, access to the project journal archive, and the MyCPD log tool, which is as well as free and discounted events. If you are on a graduate scheme or a former APM member, unfortunately you are not eligible for the free student membership, but you can sign up as an associate. So let's take a look at some of these benefits. We'll start off with the APM community. It's available for all of our members and is free to access. It's a secure online platform that allows you to network and reach out to other like-minded professionals. Ask questions, start debate and share best practices, and make strong connections to other professionals in your region. I'm going to take a moment now to share my screen with you to go onto the APM website to give you a little insight as to how the APM community works, what it looks like, and the features and functionalities in it. So hopefully you can still see my screen. I'm just logging into the APM portal now. So APM community, once logged in, if you have an active membership, can be found on the top navigation bar here. And then we click go into the APM community. If you have a membership and you click on that, it should automatically sign you in to the community platform. Like I say, this is just to give you a real overview as to the features and functionality of the APM community. So we can see here different posts that people are posing, questions, comments, food for thought, and other members of the community can like and comment and respond to these questions. So that's the homepage. It's basically the APM forum feed here. You can check in, you can write a post and reach out. You can also look at conversations happening in groups. So if we go onto the groups up here, forum groups, okay. You can then chat and connect with members in specific groups. So if you're looking for, if you're a student or emerging professional, you can join this group and speak to with those 386 members, or you can engage with specific interest network groups down here, and you can join these groups here or your regional networks. You can also have a look at all upcoming events on here as well. It is the same as the APM website, but it'll give you a little bit more information and puts everything all into one place for you. It's a very quick overview of the APM community. Moving on now to the MyCPD tool. The Continuous Professional Development tool lets you log in any events you attend, articles you read, or online learning. It allows you to keep track of all your learning for career development purposes, and you're able to download your log at any point to show your tutor or employer. Again, I'm going to take this opportunity to show you how to access the MyCPD tool and what that may look like for you. So if we go back onto the APM website and on the membership dashboard, at the top here, you'll be able to see CPD hours, and it will tell you how many CPD hours you completed and how many are incomplete. To log into any of your CPD, click log CPD hours and it will take you through to that portal. There's a really useful video here that shows you how to get started with MyCPD and all the elements of this page. But you can log your CPD here, so you can add a goal. So if you have identified any skill gaps and you want to bridge any skill gaps there, you can add a goal here. I've selected a few, so conflict resolution, quality management, AI. And then down here is where you log all this new activity. So if I click add new activity and just pop in test, and we'll pop in yesterday's date. And I'll say maybe like an hour's webinar or something that was related to AI, put some information in there for my own reference, and you'll see at the moment it's on incomplete, and if I mark it as complete and then save it, it should update. Oh, that's strange. Do apologise, I'm not sure why that's not updating it. There must be something quite simple that I've forgotten to do. Maybe I've somehow opened up two of them. There we go. So maybe it seems to have updated now. I'm not quite sure why that was. I think I accidentally hit it twice. So you can see that I've now got 7 completed hours. So that's where you log in all your information. You can also change the hours, the CPD hours needed by when. So you can update that there for you as well. Really useful. Great little tool for you to keep log of absolutely everything that you do. So the APM Competence Framework tool allows you to assess your own knowledge against the key competencies in the APM body of knowledge, which makes the basis of all of our qualifications, allowing you to identify any skills gaps so you can also benchmark your skills against other roles. Once you've worked out which area of the framework you would like to develop in further, you can then use the tools such as the APM Learning and the digital resources to improve those skill gaps. You can retake the assessment at any time to see your progress. Again, I'm going to quickly go onto the APM website to show you how this works and what that looks like. So if we go back to the dashboard on the member homepage, and then you can, the competence framework is down here, so you can must have a assessment already in place. I'm not going to go through all of the competencies because it goes through quite a lot and it will take quite a bit of time for the purpose of this webinar. We don't have that much time. So, it goes through all the different competencies and it tells you what we are expecting in that competence, and you can rate yourself as to whether you're unaware or an expert. Let's close this down. Here we go. So you can see my assessments here. So I completed one a few months ago. If I view those results, this is the sort of graph that you'll get after completing your assessment. So you'll be able to see on this spider diagram here where you are currently and the gaps. So competence 4, which would be financial management. You can then sort this here to see where your gaps are the most or least. So you can sort by competence number or the largest skill gap. My computer is going very... Right, there we go. So quality management 0. You can then benchmark your results against other roles. So you can do it for a role that's similar to a role you're already in or a role that you're aspiring to be. So if I compare my results there to an advanced project manager, I'll be able to see on this grey line the gaps and where I need to improve. So moving on to the associate membership now. Associate is great for anyone who's interested in changing their career into project management, who are new to the profession or are already an established project professional. As well as the core membership benefits, you'll also get access to the APM Learning to continue your professional development, as well as access to the APM Mentoring Programme, the chance to get free mentoring from industry leaders and successful project professionals. There are no qualifications needed for associate membership, and anyone with an interest can join. So the first thing we're going to look at, which is introduced at the associate level, is the APM mentoring. It is on the community platform and is only available to those paying members. It's a fantastic resource for anyone looking to progress their career and learn from somebody experienced in your field. On the platform, you can filter down to areas of interest, sector, or APM competencies to view suitable mentor profiles. Once you've found somebody that you would like to work with, you can then message them and arrange an initial conversation. You can then set your own working parameters as you wish in terms of how often you meet and what help is given or received. You can also apply to become a mentor, and it's a fantastic way to give back to the profession. If you have extensive experience in project management to nurture and guide upcoming talents. The APM learning, again, is available from membership levels from associate and above, and on the APM learning, you'll find useful tools and templates, such as the APM body of knowledge, which is a helpful glossary of project management terms, podcasts, and a resource library. In the resource library, you can search for any topics you would like to learn about, whether that's related to your specific role or project management in general. There are research papers, blogs, bite-sized videos, and learning modules for you to learn from. It's a great place to visit once you've completed your self-assessment on that competence framework tool to help you fill in any missing knowledge gaps. Again, I'm going to take this opportunity to show you what that looks like. So if you have an account and you're logged in, if you go over to resources on the APM main navigation and then go down to APM learning. If you click onto the Go to APM Learning, it should single sign on onto the APM Learning platform, and this is what it looks like. So you can look at the resource library, podcasts, tools, templates, and the body of knowledge. For the purpose of this one, I'm just going to show you how to get access to the online learning modules and what those look like. So if we go into resource library, it'll bring up a library of pretty much everything that APM has to offer for our members. You can look for the format, the document types, or you can filter based on specific qualities and competencies that you're looking for. So if we go down to learning module and look at, I don't know, change control, for example, and click launch, it then shows you the different modules in this section, and you can click in to launch. So let's start off with the first one, and it will take you through an online sort of in small steps and stages. There's videos, questions, documents for you to view and download, but it is that very typical online guided learning. So if we just click through, and then there'll be some questions for you to answer. It's really intuitive, very useful. A lot of people really enjoy this platform, so that is one of the core benefits of APM membership grades from associate and above. So what does this look like in practice? How can you utilize all of those membership benefits to your advantage? I've come up with a little formula here that might help you put all those pieces of resources together to help you. So I've lost my mouse, there we go. Step 1, complete a self-assessment using the APM competence framework tool. Find out where your skill gaps are and understand where you need to be based on your current role. You can then begin to fill in these gaps by making use of the APM learning platform. It provides you with over 40 hours of learning content, such as the APM body of knowledge, bite-sized resources, those interactive learning modules, and project management sheets. Don't forget, if you do anything for CPD, whether that's through the APM learning, attending webinars, reading articles, you can then log that on the CPD learning log. You may also want to head over to the APM learning community to link up to over 6,000 APM members. It allows you to connect with those other project professionals, allowing you to ask questions, engage, and learn around specific tasks that you require to improve your knowledge. If you have any questions that you from the APM learning, you can always take that and go to the community with further questions to understand more or to ask for best practices, any recent examples or projects that are happening at the moment. It's a very live, engaging community where there's so much content in there for you. If you identify or pick something up in the APM learning platform and you want to look for real examples of how that those strategies or methodologies have been applied in practice, it's then really useful to go into the community and ask for any examples. Once you've completed and you feel like you've developed further, you can then go back into the self-assessment tool and check your progress, see where the next things are that you need to learn and develop further. And it is that continuous cycle. Take the self-assessment, do that learning, ask the questions, engage with others in the community, and then do the assessment again to see where your progress is. Every time you make a self-assessment, the previous assessment is logged so you can track visually using those diagrams how your knowledge and expertise has improved over time. Moving on to the full APM membership now. This is designed for experienced project professionals. Becoming a full APM member, you will get post-nominals and board voting rights to influence the future of APM and the wider profession. Full membership is the first membership type with an entry route with 3 different options, including experience, qualification, or a combination of the 2. Route 1 is an accepted qualification and 3 years of experience in project management. Route 2 is for anybody that's got a direct entry qualification. And Route 3 is anybody with 5 years of experience. For all of these routes, you will need to fill in an online entry form and provide evidence of qualifications for Route 1 and 2. For the evidence-based routes, you will need to provide 2 statements of support. To become a fellow, you must have had a APM membership for 5 years and been working in the project management profession for 10 years. And you must be able to demonstrate that you have given back to the profession. We believe it's important to celebrate those that have not only achieved a certain level in the project profession, but who also give back, encouraging others to succeed. Becoming a fellow of APM does just that. We give experienced professionals who have made significant contribution the status that they deserve from the only chartered membership organisation. Fellows are invited to attend free, exclusive fellow-only events throughout the year, and they are extremely popular, and they allow you to network with other fellows around the country. Another way that you can align with APM to show your project management acumen is to take one of our qualifications. We recognise the importance of keeping qualifications up to date and relevant, so they reflect the knowledge that you have, the work that you do, and the skills you have developed. We provide a progressive structure for career development to advance your knowledge and grow your skills through a mixture of project management tools, techniques, and processes. It's worth noting that you do not have to be a member to complete any of our qualifications. The first qualification we're going to discuss briefly today is the project fundamentals. This is great for anybody who wants to learn about the project management profession, or to manage project managers. It will give you have the flexibility to study for this exam either through self-study or through an accredited training provider, and it's assessed by a 1-hour, 60-question multiple choice exam. A recent market trend survey found that 70% of professionals with project fundamental qualification earn over £35,000 a year. The next qualification is the project management qualification, and this has been designed for those wishing to achieve a broader level of project management skills, covering topics such as cost planning, conflict resolution, and negotiation. Prior project management knowledge, or a PFQ, is advised before you take this qualification. Once again, you can choose to self-study for this exam or study with an accredited training provider. PMQ professionals can use this qualification as a Route 1 entry into full membership when combining at least 3 years of experience. By completing this qualification, you will gain a competitive edge in your field, achieve an internationally recognised qualification, and boost your salary potential. The project professional qualification assesses your capability in delivering projects through a comprehensive three-part assessment model and is best suited for anybody with extensive experience in project management. The assessment is done over a day and is in three parts: an oral exam, a scenario assessment, and a written exam. This qualification can also support a chartership application through Route 1. An APM survey from 2021 found that project professionals with the PPQ qualification earned over £60,000 a year. So moving on now to becoming chartered. So APM is unique in the project profession worldwide because we offer the ability to become a chartered project professional. It's the pinnacle of the profession. If anyone on this webinar is aspiring to become a chartered, then do feel free to utilise the benefits of being a member. It will really help you through your application process. We put on regular webinars and events to help achieve the standard, and the My Learning platform and qualifications will help ensure that you're at the required standard to become a chartered project professional. By being a chartered project professional, this gives you that recognition, credibility, and validates your expertise. It boosts your reputation, opens new doors and new opportunities, and builds trust with clients and peers through external validation. The CHPP is for anyone that meets the following criteria. So you must have a proven track record in delivering projects and programs. You must have up-to-date knowledge of current practices and methods and be actively involved in the project profession. Again, it's also worth noting that although it's beneficial, you do not need to be an APM member to apply. Having a quick look now at the routes. So to become a chartered project professional, this is route 1. So the stage 1 here is an assessment, looking at project overviews, evidence against 12 competence areas, evidence of recognised assessment, your declaration of up-to-date CPD, and you must confirm that you've read and understood all of APM's code of conducts and professional conducts. Then stage 2, so stage 1 is the application and how you prove that you meet in that eligibility criteria, and then stage 2 is a 1-hour virtual face-to-face interview to clarify any questions in your application, and it will look at 6 questions on 6 competencies in areas within your submission. Getting a bit tongue twisted today. Route 2, so this is for anybody that's got a recognised assessment for technical knowledge and professional practice. The interview and application process is a lot quicker because you've already been assessed for technical and professional practice. So stage 1 is completing that online application form, uploading a log of your CPD, providing evidence of your recognised assessment and confirming that you've read and understood APM's Code of Conduct and Professional Conduct, and having those 2 proposers. The interview process is a lot shorter. It's a 30-minute phone interview to cover those aspects and to verify that you can evidence everything that you've put in that application. So this is just a quick overview of the recognised assessments that are included in Route 1 and Route 2. Again, Route 1 is a qualification and experience, and Route 2 is a direct entry. Again, you can find all this on the APM website. If you go over onto the chartered section, it will all show you the different routes, the application processes, and the recognised assessments are all in there as well. But this is just to give you a quick overview. Route 3 is an experiential route for those that don't have any recognised assessments. It's a 2-hour face-to-face interview and will clarify everything that you've put in your application form. The application form is going to ask for evidence against 12 competencies. There are 7 mandatory and 5 elected. You must provide a professionally active statement detailing your most recent project, program, or portfolio, and you must also provide a declaration of up-to-date CPD. During the course of the year, we run more than 200 events. A lot of these are free of charge, and the rest are heavily discounted for members. Our annual conference will be happening in June, and members can save over £200 on the 2-day ticket. This 2-day event will focus on how the profession can attract and retain talent, as well as embracing opportunities of AI and data analytics. If you're interested, you can scan the QR code there to on your smartphone or anything to have a look after the webinar, or you can head over to the website and figure out, which tickets are best for you and if it's something you're interested in going to. Here's a list of some helpful contacts that you might find useful if you're applying for membership or qualifications or chartership. So any membership questions, if you're not sure which route or level is right for you, or you have any questions on the benefits, then please email membership@apm.org.uk. If you have any generic questions around things like how to use the website or where to find certain things, it's info@apm.org.uk. Info@APM can also direct any query to other departments. So if you're really not sure who you need to direct your query to, info@APM is a great place to start. And they're very quick. They get back to you like within a few hours normally, just to tell you where your query's at. If you have any questions or would like to get involved in any of our research, then head to email research@apm.org.uk. And if you have any questions around becoming chartered, then chartered@apm.org.uk is the place to go to. So that brings us to the end of the content. We've gone through the different membership grades and the benefits. I've given you a very quick snapshot of the benefits on the APM platform and how you may use them. There's so many different ways to utilize the benefits, and it's completely down to your preference and how you want to use your membership. So hopefully that's given you a little bit of a flavor for what's available. The qualifications and which qualification is maybe suitable for you, and the routes into chartership. So I will now open up the Q&A box. So if you haven't already, please do pop your questions in there and I'll answer them as best as I can. So a question here is, what's your advice for writing career goals? I mean, I'm not a project professional, so I would absolutely say that that's a great question for the community. If you become a member and add that in there, you'll get so many really useful practical tips. But in my mind, it's perhaps have a look on some job boards. APM have our own job board. So if you go onto the website, you don't have to be a member to access that. Have a look at some of the roles and things that you're interested in, look at what their criteria is and requirements are, and then see where that reflects on where you're at and how you need to bridge those gaps. Using that competence framework would also be a great place to start, so you can look at which competencies you're not quite reaching and then figure out how you can improve those skill gaps. To become a full member with APM, would this be route 1? I hold the PMQ. No, so for full membership, it would be yes, sorry, route 1. Do apologise. Route 1, so you have the PMQ qualification and then 3 years of experience, and that'll be your entry route into a full membership. Thank you, Charlotte. Like I said, this will be recorded and an email will be sent out afterwards. So you can feel free to reflect back on this, take a look at the website. The APM YouTube channel is also a great place to go. There's so many webinar recordings that may be available to you on there. So do have a look. Another question has come through. Thank you for the session. I'm highly considering applying for a full membership and I do have the Prince 2 Agile Practitioner qualification. Is there a restriction to how recent the qualification is? I don't think so, no. Although I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't know if you may need to, you will be asked to submit evidence of your qualification. So if the Prince 2 has expired, it may well be that it's not validated anymore. do feel free to email membership at, and they will get back to you on that for sure. Sorry, I don't have the answer for you, Alice. I can take that to the team and come back to you directly about that. But is there an assessment for the fellow membership? Yes, there is. So there's an application process, which is online, and you'll have to go on to download the PDF form and complete that application form to evidence how you've contributed back into the profession. I have been working in the project profession for over 10 years. Congratulations, that's brilliant. I have the PMQ and I presume you mean the PMQ and the PPQ qualification. Oh, sorry, no, PFQ and PMQ qualifications. Should I do the PPQ or go straight into chartered? PPQ will support your application into chartered, so it's completely up to you. With 10 years of experience, you can bypass the PPQ qualification and go straight into becoming chartered through the experience route. So it's completely up to you whether you want to get a new qualification under your belt or go straight into chartered. I think that's a very personal question and down to where you want to go. I would also consider perhaps becoming a fellow of APM. You have met the eligibility criteria with 10 years of experience. As long as you can evidence how you've engaged with the profession, you could become a fellow as well as doing the chartership if that's something that you're interested in. Some people like to build up their qualification log and do all of the qualifications and go up to chartership, or you can go straight into chartership. I have 5 years experience. However, the first 3.5 years I didn't have a PM title but was doing PM work. Can I still do the experience route into chartership? Yes, you can into chartership and membership. You just have to evidence what you've done, the projects that you've worked on, the programs that you've worked on, the benefits of those. I would take a further look onto the website for chartership, but I'm pretty sure it's like you don't have to have the PM title because we appreciate so many people do PM work and don't have the title as such, so it's well worth submitting an application. We do also run specific chartership webinars around eligibility and the application dates. So do take a look at those as well. It may be worth you going into that and finding a bit more detail about the chartership application route. Another question, what route would I go down for chartership if I have the PMQ and 5 years experience in a related role? Would it be useful to do the PPQ? I believe that would be route 1. You could go down route 1. So let's just take a look at the APM website. Yeah, I think route 1 is experience and a qualification. There we go. So this may be worth showing you anyway. So if you go into the chartered standard at the top, route 1, you can see the recognised assessments and the eligibility criteria is all listed in here. So it wouldn't be for chartered, it would have to be the PPQ, not the PMQ, the project professional qualification for chartership for route 1. Or you could go down the experience route here. So it depends. If you've got the project professional qualification and the experience, you can do route 1, or you'd have to go down the experiential route for route 3. I hope that's helped. Fantastic. Well, quite a lot of content to go through, a lot of information to take in. So, like I say, do have a look on the APM website, go through the different memberships, reflect on this recording when it gets sent to you. We have so many other webinars that focus particularly on qualifications or chartership, so you may be interested in booking onto those as well. So there aren't many more questions coming through, so let me pop uh, again, just pop in the link to the survey for today in the chat. So if you wouldn't mind completing that, it will also be in the email for you all as well. But if there are no more questions, that brings us to the end of the webinar. Okay, so no more questions coming through, I can see. Thanks everybody for your positive comments. Glad that you found it useful. Um, there are more webinars on the website, so do feel free to check in on those. But for now, I'm going to give you a bit more time back for your afternoon, for your lunch. Take a break, go for a walk. Do feel free to reach out to me or one of those other email addresses, info@APM or membership@APM, where we'll be happy to help you. Um, so that's everything. Thanks again, everybody, for coming, and see you soon.